Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining and watching. This video is going to show you how to create a large design. Had a lot of people asking about that. And what you first thing you want to do is just pick a shape, a square, and you want to get it to the size of your mat. You can go into the edit button and just type in the size, or you can drag your bottom right to make your size. A normal mat, you want to do a 12 by 12 so that you'll have that. And the next thing you want to do is create your design. Here, I'm just typing out the words just so that you can show you how to make the large design. Slice is going to be your very best friend by the time we end the video. So here we go. We're going to do the bottom right and we're going to drag it out. You see the size showing at your top left as we drag it out. Again, you can do it this way by holding down the bottom right and pulling it, or you can go to your edit and just type in the side height and width that you want. Here, I think I made it a 68 by something, but we'll see at the very end the size that we made. Next thing you want to do is you want to take your square, which represents your mat, and you want to put it over letters that will fit on the mat. Make sure you don't run over onto one of the other letters. You see me moving it over just a little bit so we don't get that E. Then you highlight the entire thing by just dragging your mouse over it. You're going to click on slice, which is on the bottom right on the normal computer. I'm using my iPad here. And then you're going to do this several times. Now what I did is I did not duplicate my square, so I need to make another one. So, and this is good for you to see. I just went to edit this time and made it a 12 by 12. You see the numbers below. Then what I did is duplicate, and it's at the top right of your computer. I duplicate a couple times and I moved them over so I wouldn't have to keep trying to size it. Here you can see I got a few more letters, and then you're going to select the entire word and the square, and you're going to slice. You're going to delete what you don't need by clicking on that red top left button. And as you see, I'm making my way down the word. Sometimes you'll get two letters that fit in your square, sometimes only one, but don't overload your square, and make sure you get all the letter, not half a letter or a piece of the other letter. That's really important. Click what you don't need, top left. And it doesn't matter about the alignment. I'm just moving them out of the way so that you can see what's already been cut. Here I needed a few more squares, so I just duplicated more. And you can see I move it over so I don't get that A. You're going to select your square and the rest of the word. Hit slice. Remove what you don't need by just clicking on it and dragging it. And by clicking on that red top left X, and it'll delete it all. And you're going to see me do this all the way to the end, just a few more times. And let me see, it say if you're going to paint, like if you need a stencil of something that you're making and it's really big, you do it the same way. But what you do is instead of deleting, you'll see when I move it, it looks like a stencil, the square does. Instead of deleting the square, you would actually delete the letters, because you would need the square to put down on whatever you're painting, and then you would just paint over it and then pull it up. So that would be a stencil. This way I did it with the actual letters, vinyl to stick on something. Again, I moved it. I just selected everything and clicked on the red X, and it's gone. We don't need to do the G because we know that it's going to fit on the mat by itself. So I clicked on the square that I didn't need and clicked the red button at the top right to delete it again. Here I just drag it up so that we can clear it and we can see it clearly. And what I'm going to do now is just put every other piece in a different color so that you can see where our cuts are. You don't have to do this. I just wanted to show you. You click on that section And when the color pops up, you click on that color. Um, or you go to the top left where it says cut. When you click on it and change the color of the cut. So you see each piece here is a different color. Now you can use multiple colors. You can do each letter a different color if you like, but you just have to do that letter individually on the mat as you cut. Because remember that square represents your mat. So you can only have one color per mat. So that's something to remember. And here is just showing you how you would go if you click on make it. I'm just going to go back here and put everything back to be the same color. Um, Again, just click on it, go to cut and change whatever. You'll see at the bottom right here, that circle is changing when I select the color that I want. On the computer, it may be on the top left on your computer. But you just go to cut and click on that color. This will pop up and you select the color you want. Now everything's the same color. And now you see when I go to make it that we see all your mats are all the same color. You don't have to mirror it unless this is something you're ironing on. If you have, I guess, a big banner or something that you're making, then make sure that you reverse your letters so that it'll be on the right side. Once you cut, you are going to need a transfer paper, because once you weed and take out the pieces that you don't want, then you put the transfer paper over it, and you of course you pick it up off of the paper. With the transfer paper, if you're putting it on a wall or a window or something, you want to make sure that you measure it and put your line so that you have it straight, because it's kind of difficult to go just eyeballing it. I hate to mess up something. So you want to make sure that you have a line, something you can erase, and so that you can line your letters up once you paste, because you are going to have to put them back together almost like a puzzle, putting a puzzle together, because you're going to have all the pieces to it. So you need to make sure that you have a line where you, or something that you use to keep it straight. This design was actually a 68 by 14. You can make it any size you want. Just remember, the square represents your mat. You can't cut anything larger than your mat. If you have a regular mat, you want to do a 12 by 12 square, and that will cut a regular mat perfectly. I really hope this video is helped you. Don't forget to subscribe below. If you have any questions, you can send an email. Again, thanks for joining us, and don't forget to subscribe below. Hope this helps.